Hello, everybody. Now, first things first, I'm pretty tired. I've been walking ever since I want to say 9:50, 9:40, 9:30, somewhere around there. It's been 2 whole entire hours of just nothing but walking. Now that that's out of the way, welcome back to my second video. I'm a little bit out of breath. But anyway, in last week's video, you may have remembered me saying something along the lines of, in a future video, you will be seeing a really nice place that I like to go to. This is the place right here. It's called San Cristobal Canyon in Puerto Rico, in a cute little town called Barranquitas. It's just a few miles away from where I live, and it's my favorite place to go to. The weather is nice, it's beautiful. It rained a tiny bit, but not enough to be like, well, I'm gonna have to turn back around. Because I walked here. There's no way I'm gonna turn back around after walking 3 freaking miles to get here. So, no, I wasn't gonna do that, and I'm glad that I didn't, because otherwise you guys wouldn't have a video to be watching. Anyway. This is my favorite place to go to. I've been here more than a couple of times. The first time that I've been here was in January. I had a really good friend who took me here for the first time. And funny story, we actually got lost. Now, keep in mind, there is a river here. But when we got here, I think it was also his first time coming as well. So we got completely lost. We were told to get to the river, you have to go to this path that's in between these 2 trees in a vast field. And what ended up happening after that was we completely walked past where we were supposed to go, and then we were roaming around in the fields for a couple hours, and then we got rained on. Oh, Alex, I know you're going to be watching this video and you're going to be thinking, yeah, those were some good times. But anyway, San Cristobal Canyon. It is absolutely beautiful. There's some really great sights to see. It's 3 miles long, and there is this walking trail, which I'm going on right now. And at the end of the trail, you get to see a beautiful view of this waterfall, looking over a cliff as well. But I don't think we're gonna go to that part today. I had planned to do that, and then I got here. You know, after coming to this place multiple times, I probably want to say that I've been here 20 times already. After all the times I've been here, I just never get tired of this view. I mean, seriously, look at this. This is one of the things that you just have to appreciate about Puerto Rico. Yeah, the island is really small and some people can be dicks, but that's everywhere. That's pretty much everywhere that you go to. But still, just look at this view, man. Or woman, whatever your pronouns are. I don't discriminate. But check it out. I almost slipped. How can you not fall in love with this view right here? It's an excellent place for just doing anything that you want to do. I mean, you could sing if you wanted to, you could scream, you could fucking light up a joint for all I care. Why did I have to mention that? Oh yeah, because it's me. But yeah, this isn't the most impressive view. The true impressiveness comes in a little bit, once I get to the little clearing where the 2 trees are, and then you guys get to see the true gem. So it's been a couple minutes, and I remember saying something along the lines of, well, the weather is great. I think I may have spoke a little bit too soon. Oh, I hope I don't get rained on. But if I'm gonna go in the water anyway, I guess I don't care. The only thing that I care about is just the fact that I didn't bring anything to put my phone in just in case it does rain. I mean, I have my bag, but at the same time, I don't think a bag is gonna work really well. I should have brought like a Ziploc or something like that. But on to more important things. Now, I will say, if you do live on the island and you ever wanted to take a trip here, be my guest. It is a beautiful place to go. It is a beautiful place to go to. It's really good for hiking. I already said all that. Pero, I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind giving a little tour of this place, considering I practically know this place like the back of my hand. Practically. There's two entrances to get into here. There's one in Barranquitas, and then there's one more in Ay Bonito. Now, the one in Ay Bonito, I'm gonna have to say I haven't been to that one. I haven't been through that entrance because of the fact that it is much more difficult. Now, when I say that, I mean I have heard that you literally have to grab with you chains. Well, not chains, but you have to grab ropes and typical little rock climbing equipment because it's a lot more treacherous, and it actually takes you to where the waterfalls are. But this entrance here in Barranquitas, you don't really have to do that, since I've shown you pretty much that you don't need it. But to get in between the two trees and down into the river, I will say that it's not the most, well, if you have bad ankles, if you have bad knees, if you can't walk too long, then it's not going to be all that great for you. And I will show you why once I get there, because it wouldn't be much of a video, and wouldn't be much of a hiking video if I'm not going to show you and record the little path down into the river. The first half is really easy, and then it gets into the second half, which is going to be fairly interesting. Oh, another thing about this place. If you love bugs just as much as I do, this is an excellent place. There's plenty of host plants for a couple of species of butterflies. There's also many nectar plants as well. And hopefully you'll get to see a couple of them today. Because with the way things are looking at this moment, I'm not entirely sure if I'm going to be able to show you guys some butterflies. But that doesn't mean I can't show you guys a certain species of spider that lives here. Now, those who don't like spiders, I feel bad for you. To be very honest with you. Spiders are misunderstood. They get such a bad reputation, and I think it had something to do with that one horror movie from, I think it was in the 70s or something, about a giant spider just attacking everything. I blame that movie for people's irrational fear of spiders. They're really not that bad. I mean, yeah, you have your dangerous species and blah, 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 poison and deaths a year. But, to someone who studied them for a long time, it's nothing new or scary or quote-unquote vicious to me. I don't know. But that's just me. That's my opinion on the whole people being scared of spiders subject. Alright. If you continue straight forward, that's just going to be the view of the waterfall that I mentioned earlier. And when I mentioned earlier that me and my friend Alex got lost in the giant field, this is part of the field right here. And that right there is the entrance into the river that I was telling you guys about. Now, me and Alex, we probably got lost wandering here for a good hour and a half. A good hour and a half just walking through this massive field. By the way, how gorgeous is that? Very gorgeous. But anyway, we got lost just walking all throughout here. The weather was very similar too, except there weren't any blue patches in the sky and it wasn't as bright. And it was really funny, honestly. It was actually pretty funny, at least to me anyway. Maybe not to you guys because I'm not the best at telling stories. But anyway, that right there is where I will be going into. You walk down the path in between the two trees. This is just a little thing to keep away any spider webs that I'll walk into. As much as I love spiders, I'm not gonna have When you walk in here, grab the nearest and longest stick that you can find, one that's not going to break if you go like that. But anyway, this is to make sure that you just obviously don't walk into any spider webs. I cannot tell you the amount of times that I have walked into this damn path and I have walked into a spider web. Bring bug spray, because there's also a lot of mosquitoes here. Now this is the easy portion of the walk right here. All you really gotta do is just kind of watch your step a tiny bit, make sure you don't walk into ants or spiders. You don't want spider webs on you. Because let me tell you the amount of times, the sheer amount of times that I have walked around here looking like I have a seizure because I walked into a spider web. It's way too many times to count. And obviously, I'm not going to count them because my memory kind of sucks. But, yep, this is the easier, less stressful portion of the walk. Because in the halfway mark, as I like to call it, that is when the difficulty just kind of goes from a 0 to a 2. It's basically just really light rock climbing. Oh, hello. I think that is a woodland satyr or a blushing wood nymph. I don't know. It's a very cute little species. I see this every single time that I come here. They're almost like a little tour guide. Aren't you, little buddy? Well, why don't you sit still so that way I can get like a good little view of you, but I don't think that's exactly gonna happen now, is it? Anyway, I was hoping the weather would be just a tiny bit better so that way, it will look a little bit better for you guys in the video. Little buddy, if you don't get out the way, I'm gonna accidentally step on you, and I don't want to do that. I'm a nature lover. I'm not a fucking butterfly stomper. Oh, he says as he slips.